Alright, so welcome back. Actually, finally got the time to record it because tonight my roommate isn't in the home, so I get to speak loud at night. And I finally got time, and now it's around 3 a.m. already. Anyway, let's get started. We just screen this. Okay, so previously we stopped by when you are applying, when you're trying to connect ROS with Arduino. So this is how you're going to do is you're going to go into your browser and we're going to search for ROS 0 Python. Give it a minute. Okay, it's okay. Hang on. Alright, let's search for ROS 0 Python. Let's take a look. You should be greeted with this page. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the GitHub page and you should see this page right here. So you just want to just press on code, copy it, and go to your terminal, cd to your, make sure you are in the source folder, and what you're going to do is hit clone and paste the link. And it should take a while to copy, to download. Once you're done, go back, cd back to your Kacking workspace and Kacking Mac. Alright, so now once it is done, Kacking Mac, let's do a little bit of a source. The setup.bash, just to make sure everything. Now let's try to run it. Can type install serial. Nope. ROS serial. Python. Serial. No, Py. What? You know what? Let's just get the proper command that we have over here. Let's just try to run it, okay, and see what happens. Well, as you can see, we don't have the module name serial. So what you're gonna do for this problem is that you're gonna want to go and search for the the library. Let me just usually when we meet this kind of a problem, you should just copy the error and paste it on your browser, and you should be seeing the right what we call the solution on either is on Stack Overflow or anywhere else. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna paste it, install the Pi serials. I'm sorry. It's either Pi 0 or 0, but I recommend Pi 0. So just gonna, if you haven't installed pip, you can just sudo apt get. You can just sudo apt get install python 3 -pip. Okay, so this is how you're gonna get the pip. Pip just basically is almost like the same tools, like package down tools like apt. So as I mentioned previously, so we're just gonna hit enter for this one. Just pip install Pi serial. Give it some time and let's run it again. Alright, so now you see there is a connection refuse kind of a issue because I haven't connected my Arduino yet. So let's give it a try. once you plug in your Arduino, you just wanna just click on virtual machine, which is your Ubuntu. Alright, now let's before I do that, let me just run the ROS call first. And of course, if I have a plug-in USB device, I should always go and give it some permission. 666 means every permission. So I have their device, TTY, US. Yeah, I have this, and now let's just press enter, type in my password, and let's try it again. Oh, yeah, no. Hang on. Just need to change this to USB 0. And the baud rate, as for the Arduino code that I have used before, on my Arduino library over here, where is it? Okay, it's over here. Go to library and search for ROS 0 Arduino. Click on source. You can check from the Arduino hardware. Click on edit. Should be seeing the baud rate is around, where is it? 57600. So let's go ahead and key in that. Nope. 57600. Let's press enter. Yep, it should be subscribing the object detections, object locations. So if you look over here, if you go and ROS topic list, you should be seeing there's a new topics that is running over here. So if you try to ROS topic, echo it, let's obj tap, and nothing comes up because we haven't run the publisher. So what I have here is actually I have a package that I've made myself. However, just a little bit of a disclaimer. This code this is what we call the YOLO v4 deep sort. It wasn't written by me, but it's actually just want to give some credit to this guy over here, the AI guy code, YOLO v4 deep sort. So what you can do is you can just get the example code over here, and you can just set up your requirement. And if you have Anaconda, feel free to try it out as well. But on my PC, I don't really need Anaconda, and because I'm using VMware, so I can't access to my GPU. So I'm not going to set up with a GPU. Instead I set up with CPU. Now I'm not going to go through every setup for this particular project, because this is just an example of an AI project that you can find anywhere in the internet. So it depends on, maybe you have your own AI projects previously that was written either in C++ or Python. You can reuse those projects and make it into a ROS project. So yeah, big shout out to this the AI guy. So enough from there. Let's take a look what I have modified from this code. So the moment you you git clone the project to your ROS workspace, you should be seeing something like this. You have a bunch of files. So, but there's one thing that is different from my side than yours, is that the original repo, you just want to run the object tractor.py. Let's take a look inside. You have all sorts of codes over here. This is just basically a very simple, what we call the Python code for to run the inference of the YOLO v4. So, but I've did a little bit of a modification where I created this detect.py files. So don't worry, I'll send you this if you want to try it out on your own. So what you can do, you can just replace the object tracker .py with detect.py. So as you can see over here, I have included the ROS library and also mentioned what's the message type. I used integer 8-bit, and the rest of it are basically the same, almost the same. And I did a little bit of a few setup here and there. Let's scroll down and take a look what I've done. Oh yeah, so inside the code I also uncomment the allowed class that I mentioned that I only want to detect scissors. So yeah, just so you know. And I also create write this part over here where you can calculate the center point of the detector object. And so over here you can see that if the object is at the center of the frame, then it should be uh, uh, printing the center on the terminal, as well as publish a number 1, the number 1 to the object detection, object location ROS topic. And I think that's pretty much it. I couldn't find the other parts over here, but you can still find it somewhere around here. Okay, so basically you can the main idea of this what we call of this modification are basically just exactly the same that you can find it on the ROS wiki. As I mentioned before, ROS wiki is your friend, so feel free to check it out. And yeah, there are a few key components that you need to do only. First of all, you need to import the library. You need to mention the publisher. Let me just try to find where did I mention those, because it's a very long code. Yeah, so in the beginning, I actually mentioned that I'm going to publish to a topic called object location with a data type of 8-bit of integer. And I put a queue size because you see later, because the video isn't, because I'm using CPU, and the performance is quite slow. So I'm going to queue it up some of the rendered or the detected data without losing any what we call the detection or the result. So, and over here I have initialization, and I also mentioned the rate of the publishing. So that's pretty much it for ROS part of this code. Just a minor modification of the code. You can make it a ROS ROS package or a ROS project. So while we are waiting over here, so let's try to run the publisher. So okay, so I'm going to just go inside the camera detection. So I have the okay, so I can run ROS run camera detect, and I have detect.py. Okay, so if the moment when I run it, the camera should open up in a couple of minutes, because I'm using a CPU, so I don't have a lot of computing power over here. So yeah, let's give it a few minutes. Well, while we're waiting for it to run, just to mention that I've created a GitHub repo that you can get the code for the detect.py, as well as the Arduino code for this particular project. As well, I also added some sort of a publish an Arduino publisher to the ROS So just so that you can know that there's a two ways of communication lah, between the ROS. Now that we are using the AI to publish to the Arduino, and there is also a way that you can publish from the Arduino to ROS. So yeah, in that case, I'm using a DHT sensor, which gives me the value of the temperature as well as the humidity of the condition that I'm in right now. So let's take a look now. I think the camera should be running already. Let's give it a minute. Okay, so you can see that it is actually quite slow because I'm using a CPU, as I mentioned before. Yeah, so if I put a scissors into the frame, it should start to detect. And on the right, you can see that we just echo the object location. So at the center, it should be sending the number 0 to the particular topic, the object location topic. And if I put the scissors on the right part of the frame, it should be sending the number 1 to the ROS topic. And if same goes to if I go to the left side of the frame, it should be sending 2. Yeah, like so. And you can also see that the LED has also responded with the detection. Like if I put it on the center, it should be blinking the yellow light. It should take a while. On my side, actually in real time, the result is actually quite fast, but on the video, because you are seeing an after frame, so it is quite what we call quite laggy. Okay, so in real time, it is actually quite fast. So yeah, so I previously I also heard that you all have what we call have a workshop on AI. So I'm pretty sure that this kind of this tutorial could help you to expand more with your AI knowledge that you have obtained from the workshop. And let's just so you can let's take a look at the wait. Let's take a look at the code that we have over here for the, is it this one? Oh, hang on. Let me just search for the code, or maybe you know what? I'm just gonna go into my GitHub. Yeah, I have a lot of GitHub. So I have this GitHub over here, and let's take a look at this code. So I have this AI traffic light. I call the AI projects for Arduino code is this what we call the AI camera traffic light. Well, it's just an examples, right? So yeah, so the code, you can see that it is actually quite simple, where you have the most vital parts is the library, and for C++ code you need to have a node handle. And now I just put it that I subscribe to the object location, and I'm getting the data called LED. And on the setup parts, I just mentioned which pin are the outputs and the mode of it. Initialize the node handle, subscribe to the sub. Okay, subscribe to this. And in the loop, I just not handle spin once, and I put a little bit of a delay over here just to match with the timing. And over here, you can see that when I subscribe, what do I do with the LED? So you can see that I created a function over here where you can see that I received this data, and if if that data is equals to 2, then what do I do? If the data is equal to 0, what do I do? And if the data is 1, what do I do? Else, close everything. So it's a very simple code, very simple project, so you can try it out yourself. And just now I also mentioned that you can also do the Arduino to ROS publisher. So this is in this examples, I've actually uh, used a sensor called the DHT sensor, and it basically gives me the temperature as well as the humidity. But in this case, I'm just going to use the temperature. So what is happening over here is that this code over here, once you upload it to the Arduino, it should be publishing to ROS as long as you have run the what we call the ROS serial over here. And you should be seeing that the setup subscriber on you should change to another topic, which is mentioned over here. Okay, so it should be publishing to a topic called sensor. And you know what, let's try it out right now, since we have quite a lot of time. So let's just copy this. You just download it, but anyway, just gonna switch on my Arduino. Just so you know that you can upload the code for Arduino from either Windows or Ubuntu lah. It doesn't really matter. So you can just paste it here. And you know what? Let's disconnect. Let's stop everything over here and disconnect the Arduino from the Ubuntu. I should be seeing it at COM5, and let's upload it. Wait, come on, hang on. Okay, yeah, sure. All right, so welcome back. So yeah, well, finally we are done uploading. So when we have done uploading, I have connected my DHT sensor like so, and just gonna jump back to the Ubuntu, connect my Arduino back to my Ubuntu, and let's run the ROS serial. Oh, hang on. I think because we just disconnected and connected back, so I'm gonna just need to give the permission again. Let's sudo chmod 666 def tty usb 0. And just so you know that you can actually set up your Ubuntu or your Linux device just so that it give a permanent permission to this particular port, or you can give a name for this for your USB port. So yeah, anyway, you can search it out online, but I'm not going to cover that for now. So now you can see that once we run the ROS serial, you can see that it received the it know that it should be publishing to a topic called sensor with the data type of float64. So let's take a look at the ROS topic list over here. So you can see that we have a sensor. Now, since the code is already running and it's already publishing as written over here, so you can just straight away just raw topic echo the sensor. Yeah, so you can see that the temperature now is around 26 degrees Celsius. So let me just blow into it because I apparently have a warmer temperature. So yeah, as you can see that it increased the temperature, which is my body temperature right now. Apparently, I'm not fever or COVID. So I'm at 31 or something like that. So yeah, you can see that now what is happening here over here is that we can publish a certain data from Arduino to ROS, as well as publish data from ROS to the Arduino to do a certain stuff. So what you can do it, you can use these data. Maybe you can do uh, uh, to do something else, like maybe like an extractor or something. Like maybe if you are doing an sort of like a a, a roadblock or something like that, just so that if a person have a higher temperature above which range, and that person is not allowed to enter a certain premises. And yeah, maybe that could be one application, but that is not a very good reason why you should use ROS for that particular application, because that is a quite simple one. But I I did uh, sort of seen the preview of the AI workshop that you guys just had recently. So I saw there is a application of detecting if the person is on the mask or not. So it's the same thing. So what you can do, you can use AI to detect whether the person is wearing a mask or not, and you can publish it back to Arduino and to do some maybe some control to the motor, maybe to block a certain road, or like a roadblock to prevent that person to enter a certain premises, or some sort of something like that. So yeah, any kind of application you can do with ROS. This is just an example, and this is the tutorial on how you can uh, expand your Arduino projects, the potential or the possibility of your Arduino project or your AI project with ROS. I think that's about it. See you next time.